Presenting sponsor SBI Life. अपने लिए अपनों के लिए.
Right at this point, we're covering the special telecast at this point of women's cricket. It's the coverage of the T20 World Cup of 2023, which is going to happen only on NewsX, of course. And the clashes, of course, talking about it happening between the Indian team and Pakistan tomorrow evening at 6:30 p.m. in Cape Town. And coming out of the camp, we're getting some news as well, which has been confirmed by coach Rishikesh Kantikar, that Indian star opener and vice captain Smriti is in fact set to miss the match due to a finger injury, is what we're learning. But there's good news as well. Their captain Harmanpreet has also been deemed fit and is gearing to go to the match. Sunil, take us through this. We're getting, of course, news from our sources that there's been an injury, but also good news, Harmanpreet is going to be playing.
Well, all I can tell you is yesterday we were present at the conference where Rishikesh Kanekar spoke about the injury. In fact, there was a little bit of a scuttle in the Team India camp where the top Indian batter, you must realize, Harmanpreet Kaur and Smriti Mandhana, together they are like the bundle of destruction for any of the opposition. However, when you get into a situation where both the top players, not only in the country but also in the world, are unwell or injured, then there is a cause of worry, and that's what happened for the Indian camp. But the good part was Rishikesh Kanekar, the coach of the Indian team, came out in the open and said, there is no problem, there is only a niggle in the finger injury to Smriti Mandhana, and Harmanpreet Kaur, your skipper, is playing. You must realize it is a big match today. In few hours, I'm standing just a kilometer away from the stadium right now. In few hours, the roads will be closed, the fans will throng the stadium, and India is going to be totally like they did in the test match yesterday against Australia.
Absolutely.
But also the fans will descend the stadium.
Absolutely, Sunil. Like you said, you're near the stadium. You've seen the pitch yourself. How do you expect the match will play out today?
Well, in fact, the pitch has been spoken too much and discussed in greater detail all across the world. Yesterday, we tried going out the pitch and asking the curator, Bram, who's been working on this pitch for 2 years. He said, it's a test match pitch. And it's going to last a long time, in the sense they play 4 days and a test match on this particular surface. And at some point, I'll get Mr. Rajkumar Sharma to explain us the difference between a test pitch and normal drop-in pitches for the 40-over games that they do. But coming back to the Cape Town pitch, the weather is fantastic. There is expected to be a little, westerly winds that come from the ocean, and that will drift the game away. But nothing, no extra advantage to any of the teams.
Okay.
There are visible cracks on the surface, but those are only visible. They've rolled a high roller, which completely compacts the pitch. But again, I think it'll be an interesting take on Mr. Rajkumar Sharma's point of view on an indoor park clash, and then we talk about the pitch, the drop-in pitch and a test match pitch.
Absolutely, Mr.
So,
Rajkumar
your views on the
Sharma,
Indian Pakistan.
Go ahead, sir.
It is going to be a big clash, as everybody expects. The Indo-Pak match is always looked after, and women's cricket has become very big, especially in India, and the way BCCI has supported Indian women cricket, that is remarkable, and I must appreciate the efforts of BCCI for giving so much facilities to our women cricketers and exposures to these cricketers. So India is a very, very balanced team, and I must say India has got a very balanced team and a far better team than Pakistan. I was following both the teams, but I find that India stands a very good chance, unless and until anything can happen in cricket. But India starts as a favorite in this particular game. And because our preparation is very good, our girls have been playing together for a pretty long time. They've got a lot of match experience. So I'm sure they'll do well today in this close encounter, which is looked after by the whole world.
Right, absolutely. Mr.
Well-
Rajkumar Sharma, also tell us how big a miss do you think Smriti Mandhana is going to be, and also what an addition is Harmanpreet going to be? How important is that?
Well, look, these are both our star players. Harmanpreet is our captain, and if she is fit, that is a big and very happy news for all Indian fans and cricket lovers. We would certainly miss Smriti Mandhana. She is a wonderful player and one of the best technically correct player in our team. And the way she starts the inning, that is very, very important. But having said that, because of the injury, she is missing it. But India have top, cricketers, women cricketers. Shefali Verma is there. If she gets going, I mean, all of us know how big she can make a difference in this particular game. So I think India stands a very good chance in this particular game.
Absolutely. Sunil, also take us to Shefali Verma and Risha Ghosh's return as well. How do you see that?
It's absolutely explosive game. When you have Risha Ghosh and Shefali Verma playing, remember they've been here camping here for over a month and a half. So what happens is they are accustomed to the surface, to the area, to the environment, and that's what is going. And you must also realize they walk into the team with a tag of world champions. As the junior world champions, they come in. That's what makes them look better, not only in the dugout, but also in the minds of the opposition. So again, we've got, as Sir said, we've got a great explosive batting power, but at the same time, we've got some great of the runs in spin department.
Sunil, do you think this is going to boost the morale of the team as well, a return of 3 of these major players?
Sorry, I kind of missed that.
Sunil, my question is, do you think the return of these 3 major players is going to boost the morale of the team as well?
Well, absolutely. When you get in World Cup champion players coming back, even if they've won it at the junior level, if they come back into the Indian dressing room, there is a sense of pride and sense of euphoria and excitement. And that's what they will bring on to the entire team dugout and everything put together. Again, as I said, India stands favourites to make it to the semi-final. It's not only the match against Pakistan they have to look at, they have to also look at a match against Australia and then face on the eventual number 1, number 2. So it's very important how India takes on from here and not let the favourite tag get onto their head. Because again, as we said, there is a brilliant pitch out there. The atmosphere is going to be great. It's and the fans, as we speak, are going to get ready and come down to the stadium, which is just, as I said, a kilometre from here. The roads are going to be shut. And it's all excitement. There'll be a lot of paints, a lot of tirangas, and a lot of flags hoisting in the Cape Town Newlands Stadium.
Absolutely. Before we let you go, Sunil, just take us through now like you spoke about the Border Gavaskar Cup. When it comes to this particular cup, how are fans reacting? What's the reaction on ground as well as online?
See, what we saw yesterday, the tickets are absolutely sold out. And what we understand from the ticket counters and the officials, the 70% of the tickets have been taken in by the Indian diaspora out here. As Sir said, India-Pakistan matches are always high-pressured, high decibel games. So the atmosphere around here is very exciting. You'll see a lot of flags. You will hear a lot of noise in the songs of the Indian to cheer up the Indian team. That is the second part. The third and the most important part is that your team morale is up, and there'll be a lot of chatter and discussions happening, forums on the online part with the international fans as well. So I think it's not only the action that happens in the stadium itself, but the excitement back home in India, and there is a surround sound at the social
Absolutely,
media.
Sunil. Now, of course, all eyes are going to be on the women's team after their big win as well. Now, after that, people have in fact started taking an interest on the women's team, which is an amazing thing. And now it's, of course, up to our girls to sort of maintain the momentum that they've started with that big win that they've got. And now, of course, all eyes are going to be on this, don't you think?
Well, I'd like to, as you rightly said, it's a big moment, it's a historic moment, but at the same time, I'd like to ask Sir, about how will the players feel. It's very important to know how the players feel that they are after the World Cup in a week's time. They are off to play the women's IPL. So what would be going inside the minds of the girls when they take on to the dressing room?
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.